How to make massive amounts of money in this bull market, it's going to really depend on your ability to see where the coins are hitting. Now, in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to share with you some of my deep thoughts about why we are super early in the cycle and the altcoin market is primed for the taking at the moment. Number one is for the last couple of weeks, we've been seeing a lot of sideways action. Many people are getting desperate. They're saying to themselves, I think this market is done. People, retail, VCs, institutions are dumping everything they can. And I'm here to tell you that the way to make a lot of money, and I've made a lot of money in this market, is to really identify coins that have been beaten down where the public and the retail honestly believes that there is no more money to be left because VCs are dumping. Now, let me clarify what dumping really means. Most people are going to say that a VC buys at pre-sale at 10 cents on the dollar. And they're going to go in there and they're going to buy up everything because they have first access. And they're going to sell on the market and dump all their coins out there. And so many of the projects, like, for example, Arbitrum, Optimism, to name a few, were some of those projects that pretty much everybody felt that they were getting dumped on, and rightfully so. The market was not willing to absorb all that dump. And what ended up happening was basically the coins fell. Now, I'm here to tell you that in the next couple of weeks, there's going to be a massive amounts of repricing as people realize that the dump was really not that bad. Now, to name a few, a lot of the tokens, to be fair, many of the tokens out there currently had a huge pre-sales. And unless you were in the in crowd, you pretty much got dumped on. But if you take a look at the charts, majority of the coins, we're not talking about the ones that just pump. We're talking about the ones that are just dead. Think of like Wormhole as an example. Those projects had massive amounts of VC and funds coming in, buying up all the tokens and then extracting as much value as you can. I think those projects are going to do extremely well in this next cycle. And the simple reason is this. After the initial sell-off, most of these projects are still generating a lot of value accrued based off of usage. Many of the tokens, like the meme coins that have been going up recently, are just one-time pumps and dumps. And practically, I don't really like to get myself into those because most of the time, those coins are never going to recover their full value, with the exception of projects that have a lot of meme coin backing, for example, like Dogecoin as an example. But a lot of the coins that we are seeing right now that are pumping very hard, people are making a lot of money, and the simple reasons because they got in super early. Now, that leaves you to the next bucket of coins. The next bucket of coins are going to be your DeFi Dream Team coins, as I call it. Those are going to be the ones that ran up last cycle, and people are going to be looking at them again this cycle to see if you have some sort of potential for moves. I'm here to tell you that those coins are still very overvalued because most of the time, unless we have a second wave of Ethereum running, it's going to be extremely difficult to get a 10x or 20x or 30x because the market cap is extremely high. Then you've got your second, third tier coins. These are the ones that are just that did not make it in the last cycle, but are just starting to pop off. Those are going to be that's your sweet spot. You're not going to be making 10, 20x, 100x on them, but you could be making 5x, 3x, 4x very easily. And the ones at the very bottom, those are the newest coins, the coins that have not been necessarily touched. VCs are not touching. There hasn't been a lot of allocation given to them. Those are going to be the ones you want to watch out for. Those are the lower cap coins, something sub 1 billion, that are going to be traded on major exchanges. Most of the time, that's your biggest opportunity for 100x. And I think it's very obvious to see that there's more upside because the market cap is lower. The hard part is trying to identify the coins that are going to make it to the top 10. Top 10 is extremely difficult because once you get to top 10, you pretty much cement yourself with the likes of Solana and Ethereum. And very few coins actually make that. So the trick here is not to necessarily try to chase things that have moved or to find things that worked last cycle. The trick here is to see if the coins that you're having right now can move to a top 10. And the way I approach my strategy is very simple. Select a few coins that you think are going to do well and stick with them, rain or shine, until they end up duplicating or quadrupling your stack. In these next couple of days and months going into the summer, it's going to be the perfect opportunity for everyone to start positioning yourself for Q4 of this year. And the simple reason is this. A lot of people are sidelined right now. Most people missed out on the meme coin rally. They missed out on many of the AI coins and also on the Bitcoin run up back in Q4, only to get slammed back down coming into the last couple of months. Those people are going to FOMO hard when they realize that both the ETFs are now approved for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. And on top of that, the space is going to get some clarity in the regulation side. And I think that that's going to be the perfect storm for this whole rally going into the presidential election. And the last thing I also want to mention is crypto has historically been apolitical. You know, politics aside, people don't really get involved in crypto because this was just a dark alley kind of type of investment. But now we're starting to see from the camps of the Republican Party talking about crypto as a political point. And I think this becomes very dangerous overall, but it also becomes very, very polar, which means that crypto is going to play a larger role in this year than in prior cycles. And I think that's going to set up the stage for a Q4 run up like that you've never ever seen before. So what I would say and conclude to this video is that if you're not allocated to altcoins, you got to increase your allocation to some extent. Now, not financial advice. I'm not going to tell anybody what exactly to get into, but I'm going to start to talk about some coins that I feel are extremely important. And I think it's up to you whether to decide whether you want to go in full ETF, Bitcoin or Ethereum. But more importantly, what are the projects that are going to have sustaining power beyond meme coins? And meme coins are just a small subset of that rally. It's just a taste. But in my opinion, it's not an investable area just because meme coins have huge, huge run-ups only for the people who are in it super, super early. And if you're not part of that in crowd, you're basically chasing and you're feeding somebody else's bags. I'm going to talk a little bit more about these coins in the next couple of days. You already know one of the biggest coins I have and I really still support is going to be Aerodrome. And Aerodrome still to me is a very viable project. There's nothing about Aerodrome that I don't like. It's just the price action has been flat. So, but there's other opportunities out there right now at the moment that I think that you can definitely gnaw your teeth on and it will do fantastic. And I'm here, for those of you guys who have been here on my channel, know that I usually look for the high quality projects so that when the bull market comes, they're going to have the most sustaining power. All right, hopefully you enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys next time.